private Marvin key.
DBFM Entertainment. DBFM Entertainment. Your brain is for show, man. Your brain is for show, man. DBFM Entertainment.
Marvin key.
Wednesday morning.
Wednesday. April. Ah, we still got the 10 up. We must have been hit though, because it happened the first night.
What the?
The intruder.
The intruder that breathed through his balls.
The rat.
Errata.
Tides up that morning.
Oh so familiar sandbar.
Every morning. Wow, there's a view. Take a look around.
Man, I miss that.
Take a shit.
Lifter.
Drop a lifter.
Tide came up a lot last night.
Corner of the tent there, I got the solar panel going. Using that to, keeping our electronics charged. That way we could, there's a battery in there we were using with the vape.
Pretty close.
Keep that going.
Got a backup plan though. Got hammocks.
I always think about that too, how lucky we were that we didn't actually camp in that basin the very first night we set up.
Yeah, it was the original plan.
Mm-hmm.
Would have been washed up. Lifted. Brought out to sea.
Yeah, especially if the water came, that would just lift those stakes right out.
Oh yeah, so. The crab? What up, Miss Crab?
Hey now, 995.
Marvin key special.
I wonder what kind of crabs those were.
What kind of crab is that?
My crab, Mr. Crab. What is this still on the sandbar or is this north of the island? This is a sandbar, right?
Yeah.
Look at that sun, man.
Nobody around.
Mission Mars.
This is the plane. Real flight. Forgot about that.
I was having fun, man. I did this like so many times. I still got that thing. It's not red at all.
Really?
It is fucking gray. It looks like that.
I still got the sears. You guys will see this one.
That's what it was.
Ooh, here's the
Oh yeah, the sail.
sail.
Yeah, it didn't really work that well.
Foam sail, the yak.
It looked really legit and really functional, but like everything below water was not ready. The dagger boards did not go in. They were just like flexing back and forth, so it couldn't really track. But man, it was fun.
Looks good.
That's what I mean. Like it all looks legit.
The wind was pretty strong too.
Yeah. It was just overcoming my dagger boards.
So here I got to try out your kayak a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Feel the difference.
Yeah, if anyone's wondering too, that's right. I am missing the bottom half of my legs. I lost them in an incident.
Yeah.
So I'm just flexing my muscles out against their like crab claws.
Like crab claws.
You know, just like.
Mm-hmm. Pushing out, holding yourself in. That's why we kayak.
Yeah, this is when we were out there flexing with the waves. So yeah, I got to experience with Showman's boat.
Mm-hmm. See me cruising along in the long boat.
Yeah, see, this was fun for me, but again, I also did not have an extra 300 pounds worth of weight in there.
Yeah, and a little piece of wood.
Oh,
Here we are, we're
the
on
thing
our
that
way
kept
to
hitting.
New Orleans, and
On the way to New Orleans.
we're hoping to get there in a couple hours.
Nice. Yeah, you said
those
the
waves over
dagger
there.
boards were in the front. You were hitting them.
Yeah. See where you're pedaling?
Yeah. I would say the same thing.
We're still just right by the island here.
Yeah, but this part right there would have been technically the Gulf of Mexico, because that's
Yeah.
what that is. These islands are the last islands, and then that's the Gulf.
Right on the edge.
Oh!
This was fun, dude. This was probably like the most exhilarating part of the trip.
Yeah, that splash around the way.
That was when I was surfing. And you can tell there, that's genuine. Showman's just floating.
Mm-hmm.
Was that even fun for you in that boat, or was that just like,
Well, you get to splash in the waves, but it was nice to just
oh,
glide. About to catch up. Get the ass in. I was rocking a little bit.
mm-hmm. Yeah, that thing, the 10-footer just gets absolutely, that thing just gets pushed around in these types of waves.
These aren't even that big.
Yeah, this is a day recreational kayak. This is not an ocean-going kayak. But DBFM gets it out there.
We did. And back.
Twice. Hajif. Yo. And yo.
Wait, what?
Check it out. You'll find out one of these days. You'll check it out. You check it out.
Yeah.
Stay up on the DBFM studio.
It's a ranch a little.
And look at how, what a beautiful day, man. Look at the water.
I can like see the salt in the water. So clear. Warm.
Mm-hmm.
Walking around.
Swimming every day, man.
Hanging with the crabs. Stealing all the dishes. Stealing all the dishes. As you hear, people still show up.
Booty's got a
Lot of
scar.
people. Same dude.
The first couple days, we assumed that people would only show up if the water was low, so there was a sandbar there. But no, they showed up every day. Didn't matter what it was. They would just anchor the boat, and if it was waist deep water, they were in it. If it was the beach, they're sitting on chairs.
I was actually hoping that I'd
Can't blame them though. That was the spot.
Their local spot.
Yeah, that's the spot.
We're intruding on them.
Nah, intrusion. They're being gifted by the presence of the DBFM Entertainment Corporation multinational group,
That's true.
multiplanetary group.
Galactic conglomerate. Boom, nighttime.
Universal conglomerate. Yeah, so I think for the rest of the day, I'm pretty sure we were just lounging on the beach.
Yeah.
Because I remember was this the day that, no, you get the hammocks up. Oh, this is the next day. Oh, I see, okay. Yeah, that randomly came up when I was trying to find out what that day was. And I was like, well, I'll put that in there, because I don't think anybody, does anybody actually know that? I didn't know that until I saw it.
I didn't know.
I thought I'd share it.
Did you ever tell the story about the rat?
I don't think we did. I think we did cut it out.
So, first night in the tent, wake up midnight, hear some scurrying, scratching.
Feeling some things in there.
And I wake up hearing the brain talk about something's in here.
Something's in there. I was freaking out.
And I assumed
Atlantic
it was
Ocean
water
sandy
because I'm half
bond.
awake and I thought water might come in. And I sit up and I hear, I think something moving. And freak out.
And
First night on an island, you have no idea what's on this island, what's going on. You wake up, something's in your tent.
yeah,
So we pull the lights out and then we notice it's just a little rat. And I was instantly calm. I just said, oh. And then he ran out this little hole and we noticed that the hole is right above an open bag of trail mix.
and the reason the trail mix was open is because some seawater got in it on our journey out to the island, and we wanted to dry it out because it was half of our trail mix. We still wanted to eat it, and
So did he.
yeah, the rat took care of that.
So he came in and did no damage, but freaked us out. So that's why we switched to the hammocks. But we were still bothered by them, actually.
Which we'll find out about later on. You can tell we've been on the island for a while.
That's so funny. Bum bumps.
Bums.
Take down the tent. Bum bumps 3 coming this summer.
The bum bumps.
Tent's gone. It got flooded away last night. Tried to find it, but I think it got pulled back out in the tide that way. Went out there and looked, but I can't see anything. It's a big,
Helicopters flying around all day looking for survivors.
yeah, it's a pretty big tent, so I don't know how it's just totally gone.
Kinda
And
looks
everything
like
got
the
washed up in
island's
the
flooded too with all
trees.
the water there. That looks like a pile of like
Debris.
Water.
Straight living in the trees.
Surrounded by bum bumps. They were bad. See? I got bumps. The bums.
The no seals.
Sinabi ako ay.
Look how beautiful the water looks, like the beach
That's
there,
too
like
bad.
how the sky meets the beach.
Different shades of blue and green.
No, there was no tide. We moved the tent.
Chad, why'd you tell them? They wouldn't have known.
See, this is the only part of the beach that was really
Tents and the
habitable.
kayaks.
Mm-hmm.
We're fortunate
Those
to
are
have this
hammock.
little spot. Flat,
We set them up.
the good sand,
Us.
rocks or nothing.
Yeah, there was the other
Looked
side,
like
but I
green
feel like that
legit.
side gets soggy because that was pretty low lying. I don't
Yeah.
think it would go
Nice.
over, but I think it would get soggy.
There was a lot of vegetation in it, and
Mm-hmm.
Here's our little flood emergency plan.
And we haven't even
Stay
been
up
back
in the
there yet.
hammocks,
So
got
like
all the
after
gear underneath
hurricane
us.
was the last big hurricane that went through there.
whichever one.
Got my hammock right here.
Who knows if
Extra
that's
blanket.
even like the same
Gear
condition on the
hammock
island.
to
That
share.
was- That got hit like
Nice
dead
hammock.
on, man.
Yeah, could have blown the whole thing up.
Got tarp lines. Things like that.
So this is our new shelter.
Important and stuff.
And I'm not gonna lie, I was actually
Under
really
here.
hoping that one day it would flood
cool
over the
again.
entire island while we were in the hammock.
Leaving our campsite.
Everything would just be
check
water,
some things
boats
out.
hanging out underneath us.
Yeah.
That would have been cool.
That was fun.
So we're just taking off here to go explore. What was it? This was Thursday, right?
Should
The
be a nice
7th?
day.
Yeah.
Wish there was more wind,
Yeah.
but it's nice.
So we're heading out east from Marvin Key this time. Still staying along the island line along the Gulf.
And those are all mangroves. Just trees growing in the water.
Pretty much, yeah. Just a little patch of sand raises up out of the ocean there, and little mangrove seeds get on there and take hold, and then that's it.
Clear sky. Bird.
This is probably in one of the channels between the islands we were going through. And I mean, that's what do you think, 12 feet, 15 feet there?
I don't remember it being that deep.
Well, it's hard to tell because we didn't like get out and swim in the channels.
It's true.
I just meant from like the video there. I can't tell how deep it is, but I mean, you can see how it's relatively clear. There's that little stingray.
Oh.
See him?
Yeah.
I don't think I knew he was on camera. I wish I would have got more.
Yeah, it's kind of milky at times. No, crystal clear at times too, though.
Yeah, at the bottom it was like where they were stirring up.
Still kind of hard to judge.
Well, we saw actually quite a few stingrays.
Yeah, especially through the little channels.
Yeah. So quiet and still.
Yeah, it's fun to explore on water. We've always done a lot of hiking, so to float along was a whole different experience.
Yeah. Next time it's trolling motors.
Oh yeah, fishing gear.
That would be cool, man, to just be putting around on the battery. Just legs up, just
Yeah. Close up.
wouldn't be that hard to do, man.
No.
Batteries are not that expensive.
All right. Maybe charge them. The little solar panel worked pretty well.
Yeah, it's basically just topped off a, well, I've got it in there. It's like a 35 amp hour, 12 volt battery. It basically just keeps that topped off so we could keep the vape running. We could, charge up like the GPS, GoPro, phones. We didn't really have signal out there, and that actually was draining the battery a lot more, while it's constantly searching for a signal. But every now and then we could pop out a message if we moved somewhere and it just grabbed it back, grabbed the grid for a second. I mean, look at this open expanse. It's just island after island.
Yep.
Just little mangrove islands like this.
Yep. I'm glad you got that GPS because you looked forward and you seem like, okay, I'll just go straight and I can kind of watch where I'm going and I'll just adjust. But you don't even realize that you feel you're going straight. You look like you're going straight and you realize you've been just drifting in one direction. So you're going more of a arc. So to look at that GPS, like, oh no, we got to go back that way.
Yeah, that thing helped a lot. I'm glad. And I think I had that like the year before when we went to Utah and whatnot. Yeah, when we went out to California that year.
Oh, okay.
And I thought it was cool, but like we really didn't need out there. It was just cool to like see like, oh, that's where we are. It was more just to like, oh, that's cool. I can see where we are, but we didn't need it for navigation.
Light green tobacco.
Mangrove, actually, dried mangrove.
Dried mangrove.
Island thing. You don't know about it?
I don't know about that thing.
This was cool. I liked when we came back from that area and we just anchored in this. This was a really, really big sandbar, like bay. I mean, you can see how light colored it is. That was like 3 or 4 feet, like that whole area. So we just anchored and we're just sitting on the boats. Let's go swim a little bit. Yeah, it was just so cool to just like hang out there. Like you're just sitting on the water as if it was like a park you're at.
Right. But again, we couldn't have camped there.
Right.
First day. Pretty fortunate. Go straight up to Marvin. That just shows you how you just keep round.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep round.
And that's why I wanted to show it. When I was going through editing, I had this like, I think that whole clip there was about 7 or 8 minutes from where it started until we actually got to where that clip ended.
Constant road.
Yeah, so.
Burning the whole time.
So this is on our way back, and you can kind of see based upon our angle, and at least I think you can kind of see that we're sliding out to the right while we're paddling straight. The tide's going out, and like there were times here where like you can kind of see right here actually how I'm like drifting. You see it there, especially with like the yeah.
Looks like you move along pretty well, and you look down, and you're like, I'm barely.
Yeah. It's just because the waves are going past here.
Very raw.
Almost back.
Not much going on out there. It's kind of cool though. It's like this little community of islands.
And that was just a small section that we saw, you know.
Yeah. I guess there was other parts that people would go to more frequently that weren't very nice terrain, real rocky and whatnot. People told us.
It was cool. I mean, I liked all of it. You know, it all was special. Marvin Key was definitely the best spot that we could have stayed.
Right.
You know, if we had to have one spot that we're gonna be at most of the time, quite frankly, that was the best spot.
Claimed it. Almost 2 weeks.
Yeah, that was not a problem.
Very peaceful, very calming.
Yeah, you know, pretty much.
Island life.
Dun, 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 dun. DBFM Entertainment.
Sitting in a little hammock setup. Interior view. Ryan Burr hammock, Paul hammock, community hammock. Things and rings and tings, king of kings.